Fat people are kind of funny. When they slip, trip, fall, get their nuts hit, it's the best stuff in the world. You see this video of this fat guy slipping in dog crap? He gives up mid-fall. Hilarious. There's been a lot of debate around fat acceptance on YouTube for a while now, going on like 7-8 years, and both sides kind of suck. I'm saying this as a guy with a little bit of a tummy tum. Fat people are funny. I should be able to laugh at them, guilt-free, whatever. But the fat acceptance people, their biggest flaw is really just saying, hey, I want to be treated like a person. And the anti-fat acceptance people are just basically going, nuh-uh. But honestly, who gives a shit if people are fat? Oh, you want bigger airline seats? Oh, boo, I want bigger airline seats, and I fucking fit in them. Oh no, fat models. What, you want fat people to just not wear clothes? Have you been to a public pool? These motherfuckers cannot get enough of wearing t-shirts. You see what I mean? People act like, accommodating for fat people is like opening the gates of Rome to the barbarians, but does it really fucking matter? Like, seriously, being obsessed with thwarting fat people, it's kind of delusional. But making a channel solely dedicated to that purpose is, well, it's batshit insane. Me, not DayVit. And since he's not DayVit, I'll be calling him Twink. So Twink here, he's a little bit of an A-log. He likes to look at lolcows, namely Amberlyn Reed, which, by the way, is like the most boring one ever. It's like the same shit every day. It's like, oh, I'm gonna do this weight loss goal, and then she's like, I'm stress eating, I'm binging. It's like, whatever, it's boring. For the past 10 months, our guy here has been making nearly hour-long reaction videos to fat people almost every day. And he actually gets mad at them.
Sometimes you're just gonna have to exclude some people, and I know it may suck, but the world is not a perfect place. We're not gonna be able to build everything for every group of people, and especially for the people that are actively making themselves the size that they are. Bro, it's not my fault that you weigh so much that you can't fit in chairs anymore.
Now I get why he looks like this in the profile picture. Every day it must be, these bitches eating Oreos again. Who knows? Maybe someone snapped a pic of him midway through spinning the pizza dough. I can't believe these fucking fat bitches keep making TikToks. Hey, ma! Look at this shit. Also, looks like 2013 came and took a shit on your lip. Deal with that. I mean, how can you be so mad when it looks like you sell balloon animals? I get that you might be pissed off that these people might have a head start on your golden tickets. Maybe you're upset that these ladies are too heavy to be tied to train tracks. Maybe we can learn more about him in his Q&A video.
Hey guys, so today we're going to be doing a video, a little different of a video. I don't usually do videos like this, and it's actually occurred to me recently that not too many people actually know what I look like.
Your Honor, not fat.
Here I am, this is my face, this is my body. As you can see, all this stuff. I can get up and show you my legs, see?
Your fly is down.
I don't know, dude. Like, I'm pretty lost when it comes to a lot of stuff when it comes to the internet. But I'll look into it. This is my coffee, by the way. It says True Delight. These were on sale. I don't usually buy mugs with things on them because I think it's gay. Which is fine. You could be gay. But I just, I don't really care for things with logos.
Come on, man. With the mustache and everything? Be serious. You gonna tell me with that mustache?
But, which I've never participated in Hot Girl Summer personally, dude. I've always been a person that's just, really conservative when it comes to, going out to particular places. I never saw the joy of, going to I have been to the beach, obviously, or, different places like that, but I don't really see the need to, go to these places on a daily basis.
That is such a professional way of saying you don't get out much. A politician could not have worded that better. I'm actually very conservative with the amount of pussy I get. I'm actually very conservative with the amount of schizophrenia medication I take. I'm just surprised that this is the niche you choose to dedicate yourself to, especially since it doesn't from the outset seem that profitable. And I'm not just saying, only do what gets you money, but I'd imagine after a solid month or so of this, it would get pretty boring. I mean, you can't hate fat people this much, right? Don't you have uncles? Why this? Why fat people? Do you really care this much? Do you think you're doing a service, that you're championing a valuable cause? Even if you think you are, that's not what bothers me. Your content is shit.
Most people are not attracted to fat people. It's not even just fat women. Fat people in general are seen as way less attractive
than average looking people. You acknowledge that it's difficult. It's harder to date while fat. So why are you fat? It's like you're telling me all the bad things about being fat, dating and shit like that. And I'm just like not understanding why you haven't done anything about it. You're not acknowledged while being fat for most men. And then you see that as the issue and do nothing about it. And just do nothing. Just to complain. Just complaining. That's all there is, huh?
It's repetitive, vacuous, rambly. It's entirely forgettable. The only thing weirder than dedicating a year to having what are essentially shower arguments with a group of people that are doing no objective harm is to sit down and watch this day after day.
Stop warning men that you're fat. It might be hard to hear, but it also might be what you need to hear. I wish someone would have told me that years ago. Granted, I'm engaged now. I found the man of my dreams, so maybe not, because all of that brought me to where I am now. But I would have saved myself so much psychological trauma if I had just listened to that word of advice sooner.
I've gotten catfished probably 4 or 5 times in my life.
Hey, quick question. A pop quiz, if you will. Oh, this is getting interactive. What's worse? Not wanting to disclose an aspect of your physical identity for fear of the other person rejecting you or thinking less of you, or getting catfished 5 times. I'm going to sound mean here, but I mean, come on. Are you dumb? Do you get horny to the point of delirium? How desperately, how quickly do you jump at the chance to have sex? I get the first 3 times, all right? That, it could happen. But around number 4 and 5, you're not changing your approach at all.
The point I'm making is sometimes you may need to have to warn somebody. Just to let you know, my pictures are not actually indicative of how I look. I'm about 250 extra that. So just imagine that. Do you still want to do shit with me? No? Okay, move on.
Why are you so against this woman not proclaiming that she's fat? You can see she's fat. Did she say she's going to be using misleading photos or photos of another person? No. Oh no. How will you know if a woman is fat unless she tells you before you meet up? Well, I have a solution for you. Girls love it. It's called being direct. You just have to send out, opening few questions like, hey, how's it going? Are you in school? Where are you studying? Where do you work? What do you like to do? Blah, blah, all that shit. And then right when you're about to close the deal and really go get that date, you send out just a quick, simple, hey, by the way, are you a big bitch? Hey, I'm just wondering, are you a big bitch? We kind of vibe together. Are you a big bitch? Trust me, girls love a guy who's direct. But serious question here. What is the point of this content? This guy's dedication to this one subject, this one group of people, points to a problem he must have with the fats. Do you think that without your criticism, fat people wouldn't realize the health drawbacks of being that size? A lot of these people are already making fools of themselves. That's why it's cringe. So what's the point of your content just adding on to everybody else's gut reaction to some of these videos? What's the point of your content? Do you think you're talking sense into fat people? What? They need to be shown the error of their ways to get healthy? You think your videos are going to do that?
The fat commentary thing, well, I think that there are certain things that need to be talked about. Obviously, I'm totally okay with talking about anything. But the fat acceptance stuff, it's just interesting to me how these people can just, compel their voices in this particular way to spew out such nonsense so evenly, like they have no thought process on how they say it. And if they do have a thought process, that's even worse. So I like the fat acceptance stuff because it's so interesting and it's so funny, bro.
You've been doing this for 10 months, so there has to be a deeper reason, right? So is that the reason? That these people need to be taught a lesson? Because if it's not that, then it's just because you're ragging on fat people. And that's fine. You can admit it. But a lot of people don't want to because it's just so fucking easy. You're not doing anything with it. You're not telling interesting jokes or editing the clips together in a funny way or really anything. I think you do this partly because there's just a lot of them, a lot of fat people. You're never, ever, ever going to run out of fat people to dunk on. There are more videos of fat people acting silly or just, existing than you could ever watch in a lifetime. This cringe you're reacting to, it's never ending. You'll always have more fat people to make fun of. So you must think, why go out of my way to be interesting or do something new when I could just keep coasting off the fat of the land. That's what I hate about fat reaction content, for lack of a better term. It's easy because fat people are sometimes very easy to laugh at. I mean, hey, look.
All right, Jordan, fire it in there.
Baller. It's fun to laugh at people treating themselves and their problems like they're the center of the universe. And the further away those people and their problems are from our lives, easier just not to give them any thought. And I feel like that's partly because we see fatness as a choice. But hey, so's smoking. So's alcoholism. So let's try the not DayVit technique on some smokers and alcoholics. Here we go. It's just too sad. Like they don't jiggle the same way, you know? Well, aren't fat-related issues sad too? Isn't that why we need this content? To show them how foolish they're being and how dangerously they're living?
This city that I love so dearly is built without my body in mind.
Dude, a lot of things are not built with your body in mind. Like, I don't know if you've realized that nature in and of itself is not built for your body in mind.
Do you think that a lack of fat utilities and accessibility for people with larger bodies is single-handedly curbing the obesity epidemic? Because it's not. If you really care about stopping people from getting fat, talk about food insecurity, lack of healthy options, the way a lot of unhealthy products are partially ingrained in our subconscious as part of our national identity. Relentless advertising, the illusion of healthy soft drinks, etc., etc., etc. I could go on forever. But no, it's so much easier and so much more rewarding to call these people cringe or delusional and post that video and just watch the views roll in. But don't act like you're winning any debates here or encouraging a healthier lifestyle. I don't think if a guy reacting to videos of people who looked like me, calling them delusional or stupid or fat, or that I'm an idiot for letting myself get this way, I don't feel like I'd feel grateful to him and like he's pushing me in the right direction. You're not really dunking on anybody either because they have no idea who you are and will probably never want to engage with you. You're just sitting there yelling at your computer or your phone. And not like me right now, not like the cool way I'm doing. So again, what's the point? There's a lot of people I find insufferable online. Sneeko fans, Destiny fans, furries. But I don't go out of my way to create videos of me yelling at them, yelling at their image to prove how dumb they are and how foolish they're being. Because it's pointless. If I spent 10 months of my life doing something like this, 10 months, multiple hours every day, getting as emotionally invested on ragging on a group of people as you are, it'd be fucking weird, dude. And laugh at weirdos all you want. You know? Weirdos are funny. They're weird. But the people you're laughing at aren't people who have any serious character flaws. You're essentially just attacking them because they're fat. Because they look different. That's really it. It's not like you're laughing at these people because, whoa, they're so out there. They're so crazy. And I could never understand how they can make the points they make or you know, act the way they do. It's simple. It's something that you can look at logically as if it's a choice and be like, oh, well, I choose not to be fat. Why would these people choose to be fat? That's stupid. What an idiot. And you just laugh. But, you know, you could have a gland issue. You could come from a long line of fat people. Or, you know, something horrible could happen. Or you could just get really depressed for a couple months and not exercise. You could take new medication that increases weight gain. You could move and the food options aren't as good. Or you fall in hard times, you don't have enough money to buy healthier food. It could be anything. It's so easy to get fat. But hey, DayVit, at least you're not, right? That's all you have, man. I'm not ugly or cringe. What are you putting out there when you make a video? When you let your voice be heard? I feel like that's something important to consider because I was originally going to end this video with a bunch of jokes about DayVit secretly being obsessed with fat people to the point of wanting to have sex with them. I would just be doing the same shit he is. It would be 10 minutes or however long of me just going, hey, look at this dork. And I wrote some funny jokes, don't get me wrong. But that would do nothing Because DayVit here, nearly every day, makes an hour of, hey, look at this fat guy. It's non-tent. It's nothing. Hours spent every day just looking at the same kind of videos, making the same kind of videos, having the same perspective every time. And you end up with around 10 months of work producing the same kind of shitty video repeated ad nauseum. Everybody nowadays kind of feels like they have to make their voice known. They gotta get their word out. Broadcast yourself, as the old YouTube motto went. But what if you have nothing to broadcast, nothing to create? You punch down. Shit. I'd say most people are guilty of it. I'm guilty of it. All my shit is derivative. Most people's shit on YouTube is derivative. But being derivative is not the problem, as long as you're doing something with the stuff you're taking from. You gotta say something. And this content, it isn't saying anything. It's just pointing and going, look at this fatso. It's just pointing. It's pointless. So DayVit, I hope that you use that Italian noodle of yours to make something better. Maybe stop focusing on exercising that body and focus on exercising that noggin, buddy. That's all I have to say. Thanks for watching.